Okay, welcome back to Diary of a Christian Entrepreneur. My name is Shireen, and I want to take a minute to talk about if you are new to starting a business, and I feel like we do have the limiting beliefs that comes right up as straight as we, as soon as we start a business that says everyone has already talked about what I'm going to talk about, right? So anything that you could possibly think of has been done before. So if you are starting a business and you want to be, I don't know, a graphic designer, a business coach, financial advisor, website designer, anything, right? There are obviously people who have done it before you, right? I really don't want you to let that stop you from actually moving forward, right? Because everyone has that thought of everything has already been said, right? The fact is, if we want to get biblical, there is nothing new under the sun, right? In Ecclesiastes, it says basically that there's nothing new, everything repeats itself, there's nothing new under the sun, which is okay. So it's just recognizing that number one, that is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Google is very popular for a reason. Nowadays, we can go to Google and get the answer for practically any question. It's not always the most accurate, but we can actually go and get answers, right? It's at our fingertips, which a long time ago it wasn't so accessible, right? We probably had to do more research, we had to go to the library, we had to do all the things, right? But now everything is at our fingertips. And while some people may feel like that's a bad thing, like I cannot start a business right now because what's the point? Like everything has already been done. And I definitely challenge that belief only because, yes, the concepts have been done, right? People have started a business before. You're definitely not the first person to start a business. Tons of people have started a business. But what happens is also tons of people stop their business because a lot of things come up, including fear and including not being consistent, and all of these things come up, right? But the thing that makes you different, I know this sounds fluffy, but the thing that makes you different is you being you, right? And why that makes you different is number one, I say this all the time, you are chosen for something special. You are chosen for a purpose. Believe it or not, that thing may have been done before by someone else, but there is no one, absolutely no one on this earth that is going to do said thing in the way that you do it, right? There is absolutely no one who is a carbon copy of you, that doesn't exist, right? There's no one who can do it in the way that you will, right? So there is a reason this was built into you. Like there's a reason God chose you for this purpose, for you to carry out this assignment, right? There's a reason all of these personality traits and these characteristics were put into you. It wasn't by accident at all, right? The flaws, everything that you need to work on, everything that you're good at, everything was put into you for a reason, and it was to carry out this purpose, right? So if that is for you, starting something new or starting a business, you definitely need to understand that it is okay. Nothing new, there's no new concept. Things repeat themselves over and over and over again. What is different is you. You are a new player to the game. Like your thoughts and your how you show up and everything, right? You are a recipe. Like everything, every ingredient put into you made a unique person, right? So you are the new element to the equation, right? And we don't come to the table with that. We just think, well, there's nothing new that I can say, but Is it what you're actually saying? Or is it how you're saying it, right? How do you like to show up? Is it that you have maybe a strategy that you use in a different way than anyone else, right? Is it that your personality is so extra over the top? Is it that you're so funny? Is it that you are so insanely sweet and people just gravitate towards you? Is it that you love telling stories and that's how you come across and that's how you relate to people? Is it that you can shift beliefs, right? If you have this opinion or a belief that maybe other people don't hold, and you present it and people start to see it in your way, maybe you have a different perspective than anyone else, right? All of those things that I just mentioned are different ways of saying the same thing, right? There are so many different ways of saying the same thing. So I just want to say that to get across to you that you are so different, right? There is nothing, there is no one that can compete with you. You are in competition with yourself. That is true. The only competition there is yourself, right? Being better than you were yesterday, right? So we have to get out of that mindset that everything that can be done is already done, right? Because you are the surprise element. You bring something extra to the table, right? So think about, if you are starting a business, friends, think about what it is that you want to say, what you want to get across, right? If it's some type of different perspective that you hold, opinions that are, maybe different from other people, right? It's usually the things that we try to quiet in ourselves that makes us different, right? That's how you know. It's usually the things that we try to shush, right? The things that make us look different to everyone else, the thing that may make us seem awkward, is the thing that makes us shine our light so brightly, right? But those are the things we try to quiet. So if you need time to think about what it is that makes you different, or is it the beliefs, your perspectives, your values, your morals, your strategies, your personality, all of those things, and how you can actually bring that to the table within your business, that will propel you so much further. All right? So if you have any questions, you can leave them below, and I will talk to you later.